Hey there, everybody. I've got my, sorry, making sure I've got my microphone turned up. That's what I was trying to say. And we are waiting to see who is going to show up here. Before I start giving my very special announcement to all of you, I just want to make sure that there's actually going to be some of you here to give that special announcement to. And so at present, we are waiting just to see who shows up. My mouse is being weird. Okay, there we go. No. Oh, well, we'll use the one on the computer. It works better. All right, so where is everybody? Let me know you're here so I don't just talk to myself and everything. Because, talking to yourself is really, not a lot of fun. Okay. And I don't really see any purpose in talking to everybody about something that is, I think, pretty phenomenal until and unless I see that there are some actual people here. I see 2 people are watching. Say hello so I know you're here. Yay, we got people here. So while we're kind of waiting for people to get here, which generally my minimum is 10 people before I start talking, if anybody has some questions or things that they just generally want to talk about while we're waiting, that's fine too. I don't want to keep people waiting too long. Hello, Annalena. Hello, Sethra. Hello, Kishore. I know that these are not always, actual people's names, and that sometimes they're just your, name on YouTube. So this isn't a question and answer session, but I'm going to take a few quick question and answers while we're just waiting for people to get here. If I see one that is answerable. Sethra, I think you would need to be a little more clear in your question because I'm not really sure what you're asking. Okay. So maybe you could go a little more into depth into what you're asking. Okay. Oh, thanks for clarifying, Kishore. Okay, we'll wait for a few more people to get here. And then I have a very special announcement about something that's going to be coming up on the 12th of June. No, not July, August. We're in August already. Where did July go? Goodness gracious. You turn your head and the whole year's gone. And the older you get, the more that tends to happen to you, right? So we'll see some other questions that people have while we're just generally waiting for a few more people to get here. I do that because, I just don't see any sense in me repeating myself like 20 times to people. We're almost there. We got 7 people here, but, hello, Tim. Good to see you, right? And it's interesting because people pop in and then they disappear, right? So we'll wait another minute or so. Yep, 6th house is about a lot of things. It can be about service, it can be about debts, it can be about routines, it can be about health, it can be about hard work, labor, it's employment too, right? Whereas 10th house is the employment that you want to make you feel successful. 6th house is the employment that you need to take care of the bills, okay? How people ignite it. I don't know if I know what you mean, how people ignite it, because everybody has a 6th house and it's going to be active during their 6th house period. In terms of how to make it work, a lot of that depends upon your chart and your horoscope and the strength of the 6th house lord, planets that are occupying the 6th house, and all of those things. So if I had a magical formula, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic, to tell everybody how to make their 6th house work, I'd probably be very rich, right? Obviously, I'm not, okay? But, the 6th house, it's a good way to make it, get it functioning is by service. And that's really a good way to approach it. All right, so let's see. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get into talking about what it is that I'm actually here to talk about. Okay. So on the 12th of August, I'm going to be holding a group session. Okay. And what this group session is about is the transit of Ketu and Saturn, and equally the transit of Rahu. Now, in order to kind of explain this, we're going to have to backtrack and we're going to have to talk about Rahu's conjunction with Mars and Mercury, and then Rahu's conjunction with Sun and Venus, and then Rahu's conjunction with Mercury, and all of those factors. But I've been getting like a lot of people reaching out to me going through extremely intense times. So I went, how can I help more people more effectively, right? And this is what I came up with. So on the 12th of August at 7 p.m. London time, and you can go online and find out when that is in your time zone, I'm going to be holding a group session on K2 and Saturn and Rahu and their present transits. Here's what we're going to do on that. I'm going to spend the first little bit of that time just simply talking about what this particular transit is all about. So maybe for like 15, 20 minutes maximum. The rest of the time is going to be everybody who wants to sharing their horoscope. You can be anonymous if you want. And I will take a look at these present transits in your particular horoscope in a group session, right? This is going to be probably a maximum of 3 hours long, dependent upon how many people register, because it will likely be a high registration thing. I am only accepting registrations initially, just to see. I'm only accepting registrations initially today and tomorrow. And guess what? It's only $49. Okay. Okay. So if you want to register and you would like for me to look at the transit of Rahu and Ketu and Saturn, and even these previous transits and how that's building up towards moving things in regards to your personal horoscope, you can register for this group course. I'm going to put a link to the page that the registration page for this. Sorry, was multitasking, so I could do that for you. If you want to register for this, and again, it's only $49, you can do so through the link that I have just provided there. Again, I'm only accepting registrations initially today and tomorrow because I anticipate it filling up rather quickly. And so I want to be able to have enough time to deal with everybody who presents themselves. Okay. So what else is going on? There's a lot of exciting things that are brewing in my universe. The other thing that's going on is this coming Saturday, which is 2 days from now, I'm holding a course on the elements of the Panchangam. Okay, for those of you who are not familiar with what the Panchangam is all about, Panchangam means the 5 limbs. And these are the 5 components that are put together to determine the overall energy of a day, right? So if you've ever wanted to go to an astrologer so the astrologer could tell you when would be an auspicious day to get married, etc., the astrologer is generally engaging with the Panchangam. But you can look at this every day for yourself and generally understand the overall energy of the day. And that's what this course is about. I actually use these very techniques in my regular lunar transit videos, right? So I'm going to be teaching how to do that. That course is presently open for registration, even though it starts this Saturday. There's a 10% discount for the rest of the day today if you're interested in that. I don't want to bombard you with too many things, but there's a lot of things going on. The most important thing was talking about this K2 Saturn thing. Okay. And one last very special announcement, which is coming soon. I'm going to be launching an online astrology school. On this school, I'm only going to be teaching the fundamentals, right? I'm having to build the framework of it right now, so it's taking a little bit of time, but you can look for that to be up and running in probably about a month's time. Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of that? I'm going to repeat what I talked about at the beginning because I know that some of you are just now showing up, which is on the 12th of August. There's going to be a group session webinar on K2 and Saturn and their present transit and Rahu's present transit. And what we're going to do on this group session is look at everybody's horoscope who wants to participate and let their horoscope be used, even if it's anonymized. And so basically, I'm going to look at your chart for you for $50 in a group session focusing on Ketu and Rahu and the dashas that you presently have going on. I apologize for the noise. I'm presently traveling and in a hotel. I have to have the window open to get some fresh air. So this particular group session class is $49. Okay, so the link to the Ketu and Rahu course is here. I'm going to put that in the window first. Okay, so that's been typed in the window. There is the Panchangam course, which starts this Saturday. Link for that is here. And the discount code you need to take advantage of that is Elements. If you are having a hard time like coming up with funds for that course, but you really want to do it, because I've had a few people ask me, you can work out payment arrangements with me, and that's absolutely fine. And on the 25th of August, there's a course on the Lajatati Avastas. So as I said, there's a lot going on. But the thing I'm really excited about is doing this group session on K2 Saturn and Rahu. All right, does anybody have any questions on this group session that I'm going to be doing? Let's see what people may have to say or may have to ask. Nope. Okay, so I see a question or two here. Why does Saturn in the ascendant give fears? Planets and angles become very prominent, right? So Saturn can give fears in the ascendant. It can also give tremendous discipline, any number of things. A lot of it depends on the well-being of Saturn, okay? Atmakaraka dasha, what does that mean, or what will happen? Well, the person comes more fully into themselves is a general way to understand it, but a lot of how that works is dependent upon the well-being of the Atmakaraka. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, this was a short but sweet connection because I just really wanted to let everybody know. I'll reiterate it one more time. Upcoming group session on the transit of Saturn and the nodes, right? Where they're transiting in 2019. Beginning of this group session, I'm only going to talk for about, sorry, I keep bumping the table. I'm only going to talk for about 15 minutes on that transit itself. And for the rest of this time, I am going to be looking at people's horoscopes and how the transits are impacting them. You can join this for only $49. I'm only initially accepting registration today and tomorrow because I anticipate it filling up quickly, right? So if you want to register for that, please do so here. And again, it's only $49. All right. I'm going to leave you all now, and hopefully I will see you all again sometime very soon. Until then, please take care of yourself, and bye now, eventually, when I find the stop button.